I know this is the biggest thing, but just jumping off from last week or last couple weeks ago, Will Smith at the Oscars officially has been banned for 10 years, bro. So he'll be 62 the next time he's allowed to attend an Oscar event. So your thoughts on all of that, the ruling, everything.
Personally, I think it's extreme. It's almost like a straight up Hollywood's version of like a murder case or some shit. Like, it just seems way too extreme to be getting that kind of time from the Oscars. I think 10 just sounded like a good number. They probably wanted to shut up all the people giving him bad press, like the people giving standing ovations and the Oscars not kicking him out or whatever, even though they claim he refused to leave. So I personally think it's extreme. They should just hit his ass with a fine or something. Maybe ban him for like 1 year and just call it a day. Like 10 years seems insane.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Because like the biggest thing for an Oscar winner is that the next year, even if you don't have a project, you're always invited because for whatever role you won. So like for him winning Best Actor, he presents the Best Actor for the following year.
Right.
So I feel like it should have been a very aggressive fine that's donated to a charity of their choosing. Mm-hmm. And hey, we're going to ban you from your special moment next year as well. But dude, 10 years for like, bro, like, like that just seems like ridiculous, bro. Like in 5 years, like people can be like, yo, why the fuck isn't Will Smith here? Like, oh, because this awkward moment happened. Like,
right. Yeah, they should have set an example, like you said, you know, donated to some charity that makes sense, maybe domestic abuse or some shit, or like something related, victims of slapping, and just, you know, make it have more meaning to it other than this actor can't come to this event that like people kind of don't care about anyways. And he's probably not going to have, you know, a smash hit. I mean, he might between like Bad Boys 4 or whatever. But yeah, it just seems like they wanted to shut up everybody and be like, all right, like he just can't come back for a long ass time.
Yeah, we're just not going to talk about it. So your thoughts, so fast forward though, 10 years from now, right? If they keep the ban, I have a feeling like it's not going to last all 10 years, bro. I think there'll be something that says, hey, listen, because of good behavior.
Yeah, like he didn't slap anybody before that.
Yeah. He didn't slap anyone at the Golden Globes, so we're going to lower it to 5 or something. But just say it is 10 years. Because especially, we also got the video that someone found of like Jada recording him like in their house. And it was like super awkward, bro. Like, he definitely, if you ever thought he wasn't a victim before, bro, watch that video and he definitely looks like fucking like a victim in that video. So do you think he's still with Jada 10 years from now?
I say no. To be honest, I feel like this is probably the straw that broke the camel's back. That video was the first time like I felt defeated because Will Smith I'm like, if this motherfucker can be broken down like this, then I have
in his own home.
Yeah,
like, my man is like getting like cereal. And he's like, yo, how you get to film me like this, bro?
Right. My faith was gone immediately when I saw that clip. I'm like, this is what another human being can do to Will Smith. Like, shit, he needs help. And then I always thought people were over exaggerating with the whole Jada is the problem type thing, because I know people typically blame the woman for everything when it comes to celebrity problems. But she really, in that clip at least, seemed like a straight demon,
bro. And like enjoyed it. Because like the moment she rolled her eyes and like put the camera back on her, then put it back on him, I was like, bro, like free this man. Like whatever voodoo thing you have on him, free this man. Because like you would think like on paper, like that's why it's tough. Like you can never judge like a couple from like the outside. But like, dude, he's the one with all the accolades. He's the famous one. Like, you know what I mean? It's like on paper, it's like, who, like, get someone else. Like, bro, you don't have to be with her, but clearly, like, you're like, that's like, unless you're in it, like, you don't know the level of toxicity, I can't even say it. Toxicness.
I thought you were about to bust out a freestyle.
The level of toxicness in that relationship that keeps someone still, like, going back for more. Because that's, like, the scary thing, bro. Like, it just seems like this is, like, a daily or every week occurrence. And at least that's how it felt.
Right.
And it just like, you know, it's just too toxic, can't even get himself out of it.
Right. And I think I was telling my brothers this. I think my biggest takeaway was they, for me at least, and I know the public in general always consider them like the goals couple, like both rich, good looking, seem happy all fucking day, every day. But
Jada and
clearly,
Will?
yeah, Jada and Will, they were kind of like that, the it couple that stayed together forever and never had issues and always seem happy. But deep down, I was like, that can't be the full story. Like every couple has some
Every
sort of
couple has
issues.
their shit, dude. Yeah.
Issues. And the couples that in my personal life, in the past that I've seen, like do the most lovey-dovey, corny
Are
shit
the
and
ones who
skits
have
and
like
stuff.
the most, yeah.
They have the most issues behind closed doors. And there have been times where my girl will be like, how come you didn't post this like 15 paragraph thing about how you love me like XYZ? And I'm like, did you know that he fucking broke up with her like 15 minutes ago? Like, I mean, not to say you can't do that to show love,
Right.
but just don't think that makes up for like real love or connection outside of the media.
When it feels like it's too much of a show, it's like, who are you trying to fool here? Like, remember, like back in the day, whenever you saw a couple got a joint Instagram account, it's like, oh, this nigga cheated. You know what I mean? It's like, you knew exactly someone fucked up.
Right.
And then for same, when you see those people who are posting aggressively nonstop about couple stuff, you're like, bro, like, all right, man, like you guys had a fight and you're trying to like overcompensate, or you were just bashing them on social media the day before and you feel the need to like, you know, erase that and change the narrative. Like, we get it. So yeah, I feel that about them too. Cause like, even like the whole, like going back to, which is like a year and a half ago, the whole entanglement thing. It's like, bro, why are you guys having this conversation in front of us? Like, like, why is this a thing that we have to know about? Like, you guys can just deal with this. And like, if you guys stay together, we know you figured it out. And if you guys break up, all right, clearly it was a big deal. But like, there's no need for us to have this 45-minute conversation where like, clearly you're both super uncomfortable with this topic. Like,
yeah, it's so weird to me, and kind of reminded me of, speaking of the goals thing, like my wife's friend a couple of weeks ago, we were at the park and I think she got in a fight with her fiance and he like didn't come to the park. It was over something dumb, but essentially I think she brought it up to my wife and was kind of like, man, I wish he was like we were like you guys and like always got along and shit. I'm like, you hung out with us twice. And obviously we're not going to get in a fucking argument in front of you. So of course we look like we never fight and are picture perfect all the time. But I like to keep my business personal. If I have an argument, I'm not going to go on Twitter and be like, bitches ain't shit. Or like do that extra stuff, because I don't think anyone gives a fuck besides me. And then two, it's just, I think it's kind of tasteless to make everyone else be part of your drama.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree with that. When I've dealt with that personally, when I've seen other people post shit, and it's just like, bro, like, we don't care that you and your man are having a fight tonight. Like, no one cares. Like, it's always like those subliminal, like, fucking, like, memes. And it's just like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, or the ones that, like, she was a deer, but he didn't want to be a hunter. I'm like, but shut the fuck up.
I've never heard that one.
Oh, bro.
That one would make me get pissed off if I read it.
Dude, it's just forever, bro. Like, yeah, for sure. It's funny, again, like, this shit, like, really has us fucked up. Think, like, the metaverse is going to be something different. But, like, low-key, like, we've been in it for a minute. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're really in it because, like, thinking, like, the first thing not even just a female, like, a person could do when they're in a fight with their significant other is let me go online and express how upset. Like, that's the metaverse. Like, I would think, right? Like, you don't have to have a fucking Oculus on. Like, that's you putting literally your personal feelings in whatever this is. And like, that's pretty wild that we're already kind of like been doing that shit. So also scared, like, to what level could it be, like, in the metaverse? Like, can you go like cheat on someone in the metaverse, but it's not cheating, but it's kind of cheating because I want to get back at you for like real life shit? Like, yeah, it's pretty fucking wild.
I know, it's nuts. I mean, I'm sure it'll get to that point where like people can put some like sensory shit all over their body and like another person can virtually touch them and everything. I imagine that shit will come probably sooner than we think. No pun intended.
Yeah, dude. But again, so I agree with going back to the original question. I don't think they're going to be together 10 years from now. Like, there's just it just seems like everything is finally out in the open. And dude, in 10 years, you're thinking that fucking Jaden's almost 30 or 30 already.
I'd say not even 5.
Oh, you don't think they'll last even 5 more years?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, I don't even think they make it to the fucking summer at this point.
Shit, till next episode.
Yeah, dude. So, but which again, I don't like to say it sucks. I mean, any couple breaking up is shitty, but yeah, dude, I don't know. From whatever we're privy to, it just seems like that needs to end. Like she needs to go do her thing, prove to the world that she never needed him, and then he just needs to go away and be happy with somebody else and not like I don't know. It just feels like he's a prisoner, and like that's sad because like we grew up on Will Smith being our fucking hero, so that's kind of just sad to see.
Yeah. I'm hoping he gets out of it if he can. I mean, do you think there's who would be like a respectable woman that he could get with after this that the public would be on board with?
Dude, it's gonna have to be some model we've never even heard of, like someone that's not in the spotlight, but someone that's still like beautiful and famous, like just to like a lesser degree. Like he can't go just pick up some girl at fucking like Chick-fil-A, like change her life. Like that's not gonna happen.
Janet Guzman?
No, dude. Toxic. But yeah, it's gonna be some like beautiful model that we've never heard of, but is low-key famous, and that's what I hope for her, bro. Because like, yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like he just needs to be like in a situation where he's not being like a pawn, and it feels like he's a little pawn in like ways to make her and the family famous, and like not realize like they all have that shit because of him.
Yeah,
because it's not because of her, bro. Like we can keep it a buck. Like I don't remember me ever being like a teenager, like yo, we gotta go see the next Jaden Pinkett Smith movie. Like that never fucking happened.
I literally don't remember, like, not to knock her accomplishments, but I don't remember any movie she starred in.
Started? No. I mean, I remember like Nutty Professor. She was like the love interest.
I think I might have remembered that.
She was in The Matrix, and like set it off. But she was like one of 4 female leads. So I don't know, bro. Like I get it, dude. Again, I'm not trying to. Again, I don't want to knock her to build him up. But if we can keep it 100, like if you're looking at just like resume, his shit is fucking 10 times what hers has ever been. So I think it's just time for him like to fall back and just enjoy life, bro. Because I feel like even like him, bro, like even he's been doing a lot since he like joined social media. Like I feel like that was him overcompensating for like his movies not hitting like before. So I think they both kind of just need to fall back for a little bit. So again, I doubt it'll be 10 years, but a year away could probably do them like both a world of good.
Yeah, definitely agree. And I forgot where I heard this, but it may have been Charlemagne or something. But after his social media presence started to boom, I started to get a little, I don't know if uncomfortable is the word, but I felt like I was eager to see more of like the real him, because it seemed like every single post had like a $20 million budget behind it. And like, they were entertaining, but I'm like, does this motherfucker eat? Does he sleep? Is he a robot? Like, where's just Will Smith fucking, I don't know, farting on Jaden or something? Actually, I don't want to see that, but something like just regular.
Like just being like a regular dad, not some like, dude, because there was one clip where like he climbed to the top of some like famous bridge in Austria and then showed you how like he could film that with like 40 different angles. I'm like, bro, like this is too much. Like, bro, like we don't care. Like, just take a fire picture, we'll like it and move on with our life. Like, I mean, I think we do care because, dude, he literally joined Instagram, I think, like in 2018, and then like had like 3 million followers within like a few months. So like, obviously, people were engaging, and he was getting a ton of like money from that. But I don't know. I agree, dude. It came to be like way too much. Like everything was like too curated. Like, bro, like it could just be you and your daughter like chilling by the like on a boat or something, and it's also okay.
Right. But yeah, to your point, I guess, him not being in the movie scene and people just loving it, like it's like, oh, I found my new interest. I can make like mini movies, so to speak. Yeah.
And I'm gonna get immediate likes. So
exactly.
Oh, dude. That's great. So again, shout out to him. Shout out to her as well. Not trying to shit on her by any means, but hopefully it just works out. But hopefully they're not too scared. This actually brings up a perfect segue into our first ad read everyone on Audio Theory. So shout out to our sponsor. So this episode is brought to you by our friends at False Evidence Appearing Real, also known as Fear. They take over 20 years of experience with treating fear and anxiety and put into an affordable and easily digestible electronic learning course. Their unique approach is designed to fast track you to overcoming your fears while saving you thousands of dollars and hours with a psychologist. Check out the link below and get started. And be sure to use the promo code Audio Theory. That's Audio-Theory at checkout to get an exclusive discount. Great people at Fear. I know the owner for years now, doing great things. So check out the link. And if you guys love it, get a discount with the code.
Shout out to Fear.
Shout out to Fear, dude. All right, bro. Next thing.